we named him Digueul. And I will add, he didn't say, if I'm talking under your control, how can we imagine we are celebrating the 4th of April, our independence, soon. Yeah. Macky Sall will leave the Avenue Room, and then we will celebrate it on the Boulevard General de Gaulle, and we talk about independence. It makes no sense. Macky Sall should leave the Avenue Ladjor, and we celebrate in the Avenue Al-Bourindiaï. That's what I'm talking about. That's what would mean independence, but not what Macky is doing. Even for the visa, the reciprocity of the visa, none of the guys from outside Senegal ask for visa to come in Senegal. But look at Senegalese, how they suffer to get the visa to go somewhere else. So we don't have even that reciprocity. Macky Sall cut that long time ago. And then he said the school is not democratic, because look at the some of the presidents or some leaders. They go to a specific schools here to do their small courses before they get out of the country. So the school is definitely not democratic. And then he learned that not long ago, because the people from that school came here to expose their problem, and then that's when we knew. The school is not popular. The school is not popular because of also the program, the strike that happening over the years. He said, we just finished with COVID, 2 years of COVID, the school was shaking. Now we come out of 3 months of strike, the students didn't go to school. How can you build a country with that? But at the same time, their sons are studying because they are in a private schools. They're back there. And then he said, we should create a new law, meaning that, okay, if you want to be president in this country, or minister, or member of a parliament, your kids have to go to the public school. Then they will take no law to make the obligation of them to send their kids in the public school. They will never fix the school that we have in Senegal. So he said we should think of a law about it. And then he said about he said about the debt, the colonial debt. He said we all have in memory. You can see that later that one of the ex-prime minister, Michel Debré wrote to Lemomba. It was a letter. He said, okay, you guys want independence? Okay, then you have to sign these cooperation terms. This is the terms of our cooperation. We call that communal ABE. That was one of the biggest fight of FRAP also, and then spread the word in the whole continent. Now everybody is talking about ABE. And the ABE, that terms of cooperation, US was the one who made it with EU, and EU refused it because EU say, what? Why would we sign this? But the same one, they make it even worse and throw it here into the continent for us to sign it, and all our countries sign that. Just a short example. For example, if Senegal want to have 1 pound of peanuts, and Gambia is making peanuts, Macky is not allowed to go in Gambia and buy the peanuts. Macky has to call France and say, I want peanuts, but Gambia has. France will say, no, wait. Maybe I have one agriculture in Spain who has it, or maybe in Portugal, maybe. So they have to see if that thing you are looking for doesn't exist in the EU community first. France first, after the EU community. If it's not existing in any of the EU countries, then they can think about how you will get it, even if it's from your neighbor. Like Senegal is not allowed to buy 1 pound of peanuts in Gambia before asking the permission to France. How can you imagine that? That's what people. And he said, I don't know how they are paying the debt, but I am 100% sure that we are paying it in many ways. And still, since the independence, we are still keep paying it. And he hopes that tomorrow we will have the patriotic, the Pan-African president, which is gonna, make open the let's say the safe and put all the contract that our leaders are signed with the West to let the world know this is what our president was dealing with. So he hoped that tomorrow and very soon we will have that. And then he said, if you look at the history, all those leaders that we should rely on them. We should celebrate them. They get killed, like Lumumba, Sankara, all of them. They was killed. After they killed them, they burned them. They did not bury them for us to not go and celebrate them, because they don't even want them to be celebrated after 100 years and way back to the history. And then he said the greatest example is Haiti. What happened in Haiti, they woke up one day and they said, we're going to create the first black country, the first black government, the first black structure. And the US was fed up, was mad, France was mad, and then they tried their best to put that country so down that no other country in the Caribbean want to have the independence, because we know that what they call the dom-tom, like Guadeloupe, Guyana, Martinique, they say, ooh, I don't want independence because I'm seeing Haiti next to me, what's happened to them. So he said that those are the strategies that they use to press us. And he said, if we followed the IT example, and we have the example, the great leaders in our continent, the African Americans, they might come back because they know that they belong to here. And he said, can you imagine one time that in India there are black community? No, you can't imagine it, because in the film that they show in Bollywood and in Nollywood, you only see the light skin. They only show you the light skin. And then the complex that we raised in our continent, making our girls bleach their body to lightening their skin.
Our men too.
Yeah, our men in certain countries. Yes, in certain countries, that's true.
Even here.
Here?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. But okay. But in certain countries in the continent, they bleach their skin to lighten it. I mean, the greatest example is Michael Jackson. So then I'm not shocked to see whatever. So that's what he said, that they raise the complex. The complex is here. The mental slavery is here, that we need to break down those chains. Those chains. So basically that's what he said. If I miss something, I'm fine. So that's what he said, yes, in general. Yeah. Okay. Another example of the telecommunication. He said that it's funny that somebody said to him, "Oh, Guy, you know, now I'm not part of member of Orange anymore. Now I'm for Free. Free is another company." But he said that it's like you left friends in the morning and you go back to friends in the night, because Free is owned by somebody called Xavier Niel. Xavier Niel is the owner of the newspaper Le Monde, which is one of the one of the worst, let's say, piece of France in the continent to keep the domination of France with his big media, but also with telecommunication. They are spying on us. They know everything that we are doing. They're looking for what we are doing day after day. And then they have their media to just write against leaders which are the best for the continent. They will clap their hands for Mbacke, for nonsense, because where did you see a president opening or doing the inauguration of a stadium? A stadium? A president mobilizing hundreds of millions to open, to cut just a river and say, oh, I built a stadium. No, the Minister of Infrastructure or the Minister of Sport could go. So, for those kind of stuff, Le Monde wrote a big article, Mbacke is doing a stadium, the whole country, one stadium. 70 million of people, one stadium is a big thing for Le Monde. And then talking about nonsense stuff that I don't want to go into. 14 Senegalese died last year. Today or yesterday, Le Monde gave the word to a girl who burned the country in somehow. So, but I'm not going to the details, but that's what he said in somehow. Thank you very much, Jack. Thank you, Guy. But we could go on in another debate about languages. Because moi, je ne suis ni francophone, ni francophile. Je parle le français. Et la langue appartient à celui qui la parle. Et pour nous, c'est un avantage, nous les Africains, de comprendre les langues des autres. Et eux, ils ne peuvent pas faire. Créer ce débat-là, non, c'est important. Créer ce débat-là, pour les langues. Je pense que nous avons un avantage.
I don't know if you summarize what has been said.
We hope that we answered all the questions.
Yes. Yes. Did we answer everything? Good. Thank you.
I'm sure we'll have much more. Everything that you said is so powerful and meaningful, and goes along with a lot of
Merci beaucoup. Tout ce que vous avez fait est tellement fort, tellement imaginatif, tellement dans le sens du thème.
Oui, on apprécie beaucoup tout ce que vous avez fait. Et on est très reconnaissant d'avoir cette opportunité de nous rencontrer dans ces débats. Et je pense que je parle pour tout le monde et peut-être que vous pouvez aussi nous exprimer que vous nous avez vraiment inspiré encore davantage de vraiment connaître l'esprit du Sénégal et des Sénégalais. Et ça, c'est vraiment, on est très heureux de pouvoir participer dans ce mouvement, dans les idéologies, dans l'esprit de frappe et de Mama. Et ce que vous faites pour le pays, c'est vraiment hors de imaginaire. Donc vraiment, merci beaucoup.
One piece I missed about what he said. He said that now, where we are from headquarters is in danger. No, it's important. He never finishes. He said earlier that FRAP, where we are now, the headquarters is in danger because Macky Sall is seeing FRAP headquarters becoming like the National Assembly of the country, where people are coming to expose their situation and their problem. And he said that maybe the next discussion won't happen here, but maybe they will close the house because the landlord is in trouble now. So how could we do to protect that? He said that they will keep going on and on and on and on and on. That's what they have to do. But we never know if tomorrow they will still have access in this house. So because the landlord is in danger, and then he was persecuted, and then he received some strength. They threatened him. So just it was important to say.
Okay.
No, you don't think so?
Non, même si Dolly nga si xolam ak mais merci beaucoup à Kat. Ñu ngi gërëm Kat bu baax a baax ci traduction bi et di gërëmaat waa SIT ci liggéey bu am solo bi ñuy def du ñoom ñoo tax sax ma koy wax jamono yi par exemple ñu ngi liggéey ñu wax FRAP ci xool naka la ñuy amee benn école de formation de femmes école de formation militante ça fait ay mois ñu ciy liggéey li ñu bëgg a sax mooy ci biir mois de mars bi au plus tard avril mu ubbi mais ci biir école de formation militante bi wax ji dafa dem ba ñu ne mais ñun waruñu jàngalee ci école bi comme ni ñuy jàngalee ci école tubaab bi maanaam école yi ñuy jàngalee Sénégal loolu dama koy wax pour jaajëfal leen féliciter leen encourager leen parce que am na xeetu jàngale boo xam ne mais baaxul jàngalekat bi ñëw di wax ci waa élève bi mel nii maanaam lekkat boo xam ne da nga ciy dugal benn affaire d'accord ci jàngale bi tamit façon yu mel nii dafa am solo école sénégalaise yi jàngale yi tamit ci la bokk d'accord ay ñoom jàng da ngay gis mais ñun mënoo topp weer te gisoo ay étudiants Angleterre États-Unis bàyyi ko fu nekk ci àddina bi naan la dama bëgg numéro téléphone waa Y'en a marre dama bëgg numéro téléphone waa FRAP ngir d'accord damay def sama mémoire affaire te ñun fii suñu dëkk du Y'en a marre ak FRAP rek moo tax may wax ñu bëri na ñoo xam ne ñu ngi ci réew mi Sénégal am xam-xam boo xam ne mais doo ko jàng ci école te dafa baax nga séddoo ko ak ñi nga xam ne dañuy jàng donc même suñu façon wi ni ñuy jàngalee ci école yi dañ ko war a xoolaat bu baax a baax xam-xam bi ëpp solo nekkul sax ci classe nekkul ci livre yi ñu ngi ci ay nit yu dox ñu ngi ci ay mbootaay yuy dox di def ay yëngu-yëngu bés bu nekk. donc yéen itam waa SIT ñu ngi leen di gërëm leen di sant ci comité bi nga am ci Y'en a marre ci FRAPP ci saa yi suñu jëmmi jamono jotee ngeen ñëw waxtaan ak ñoom pour gën a ubbi xelu maanaam élèves yi parce que xam ngeen ne am na lu nekk ci livre yi am na lu nekkul ci livre yi d'accord et que boo buggee xëy na ñoom ñi nekk ci école yi ñu gën a xam àddina bi mu tëddee gën a xam Afrique bi mu tëddee du ci livre yi rek am na ñoo xam ne foog nga dem seeti rek naam foog nga tàllal micro bi Macky Sall mais foog nga tàllal micro bi tamit ki nga xam ne moo woy saay la donc bon week-end à tout le monde jërë ngeen jëf et à très très bientôt j'espère. Voilà. Et la lutte continue et seule la lutte libère. Voilà. Thank you.